Absolutely love it. Welcome in. What a beautiful sight it is. Well, we get an opportunity to build some home run plays, maybe even a home run parlay. What else we got today? Some boosts available to us on FanDuel and the NBA. DraftKings, a no sweat homer bet. All right, Vlad didn't come through. We voided one of our three, and the other two didn't hit. It happens, right? We're not giving out 20 home run plays a night expecting to hit one just to post it out there by any means. But we've got a lot to do today in a short period of time, as always. So the first thing we want to do right away is just kind of explain what we're doing here. All right, well, where does the edge come from? Why OddsShopper? Why PortfolioEV? What the hell is this thing here with this bear on there? Well, I can't answer every single question like the last. I can at least get the first two down. Evan Mobley, under 2.5 assists at DraftKings right now is plus 140. We have identified that the true odds of this are what? 140? 131, pardon me. We're at 140. It's 131. That means we have a 4% edge, which means we're just getting a better deal. It means the actual retail price of Evan Mobley under 2.5 assists should be 131. Yeah, FanDuel's giving you a little bit of a break, but everybody else is ripping you off. Market price, like the true odds, that's zero edge. Zero. And then you see like other books, BetMGM under 2.5 is plus 110. Well, that's criminal. Absolutely criminal. So welcome in. It's Tuesday. We got a lot to do with the home runs, specifically Major League Baseball, that keep popping up for us. But just to understand the general concept is, hey, trying to make it as simple as possible, because Patrick is here and others. Oh, I love this, because that's all he does is see money. What up? Let's do it. Evan Mobley, run that play real quick if you want. All right. Let's go to our tools right away and see if anything at all, and I'm going to remove my portfolio, anything at all is popping here for home runs. And that's all we're seeing, even if it's unders. Maybe we will run an under home run if that's what the tools are telling us. But you know me, the very first thing I want to do is just kind of peruse through here and see, all right, can I get something? Okay, Jose Iglesias, hits, runs, and RBI. I know you only need one dinger to clear the whole thing, but look, let's keep an eye on him, all right? Now, that's at no vig, so it's a little difficult to use this as anything because you can name your own price in some of these exchanges. You got arbitrage going on there, as Slop likes to show us. It's craziness going on. It's madness going on there. So I'm going to bypass that for a second. But look at all these bets, by the way, that keep popping here. Again, if we can get rid of these exchanges and find a good number, which we can't. You see, just to look at this again, Davis Martin, all right, some dude who's made up the Chicago White Sox went to MLB 2K and auto-generated a player, and he happens to be named Davis Martin. And that's who they're starting tonight in Minnesota. So the books have determined that the true odds for him striking out 5 people should be plus 149. Well, no vig, you can get that deal because somebody put it on the other side, what have you. All right. But FanDuel plus 126, that's a no-go. No. Cat, oh, Zay's got to be hurting right now. Can somebody check on Zay, please? Can somebody please check on Zay the GOAT? I'm worried about him. The New York Knicks are about to crash out in the first round to the to Tobias Harris. I'm worried about my man, all right? That's it. Like, he's family, so somebody just out there, please. Profit X over 7.5 total runs. Nothing yet that's popping, so we're going to go do it ourselves. We're going to manually do it. If we don't have anything here that's popping for us, we'll manually get it done. All right? Nothing for hits RBIs, nothing at all outside of the exchanges. That ain't no problem at all. All right? Let's go to the live odds and let's find some dingers. What's going on? Jay Main's in the house. Love it. Money Gang is here. That's when you know this is legit. That's when you know this is serious. All right? I'm going to remove this and I'm going to move my face out of the way here so you can get a clearer idea. That's not a good one either. Is that a good one? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so now I can go back here. Okay. Still a lot, but, what can you do? So we're looking now for home runs. We'll go to player props, And we go to home runs. Again, we've got two things we can work with. The no sweat at DraftKings, which as we've seen has popped in early. Our buddy Gabe just let us down. Oh, they did go 1 for 4. He did make contact. It's not like he didn't do anything by any means. So we know we have the DraftKings. There are a couple things available to us on DraftKings. We're going to satisfy a bunch of boosts, but let's just look and see what populates now with Edge. All right. Dominguez, man, at plus 870. That is sweet. Because again, we're telling you that this should be 748. Most books are pricing down off of that, right? As expected. So you can add Dominguez right here. In fact, that's not a bad game. And when you start to look at this specific, like the matchup and everything else, you know, you want to get in that, that's fine. We can. But at plus 870, we know we're getting Edge. So let's look. Let's just look and see. All right. Bibes, the Bibby in the house, he has been hittable. Very hittable. All right. Now you've got Dominguez all the way here at the bottom. This is what's interesting. He is hitting the ball. The launch angle is not atrocious by any means, right? Like I'll show you Alec Bohm's. Ben Rice is hitting home runs with an 8.7 launch angle. So it's not the end all be all. Now, Grant, you hit the ball hard enough and it carries off a liner, especially in a bandbox, it's going to leave it. But we look at Dominguez here and all right, again, nothing is bad about this. This is a pretty good spot to be in at 50 with the hard hit percentage. Also, you're looking at a guy who is not struggling. Now, again, when you're able to make contact consistently, especially in a park that rewards hits, numbers may look a little different, but he's not getting blown out of the box. The problem, of course, is that he can't keep away from striking out. But this here gives some hope. All right, that gives you some hope. Let's go back and see what we can find. We'll add Dominguez to the ticket just as a placeholder from now. I'm following along at home, right, with my model. What do they call that there? The play at home game, the edition that you can have. Play at home in your edition. That's back in like, oh, let's get rid of Luca. Let's get rid of Austin Reeves. Back when you can get the play at home version of like Price is Right or, you know, something else to that matter. Any questions you have as we wait for this thing to load and load again, let me know. All right. We're going to have some downtime, it looks like here. So I'm happy to walk you through it. Yep, I'm with you, man. That's a good spot to be in too, Steve. Good to see you here. All right. So we've got Dominguez loaded on our ticket right away. All right. Here we go. Come on. I knew it would just be a second here. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Oh, man. Goldschmidt. I mean, are we really doing this? Are we doing same game action already? And let me tell you something. Goldschmidt is probably like you're giving and taking here because the WOBA, the batting average, that's not the best indicator when you have specific exit velocity and hard hit percentages. The launch angle, again, give me Pablo Reyes' launch angle, Cody Bellinger's launch angle before I take a shot with Goldschmidt. Mug, remember, coffee, mug gets you a free week trial. Simple stuff, right? Free week, pop in, hang out with us. It's easy. That's why we're doing this with you. I'm not messing with Goldschmidt today. Sorry, Goldie. Let him hit 3 out, and I'll gladly apologize. But so far, I think we've done a decent job here, right? We're identifying edge. We're moving through. That's what I'm doing right now, just showing you what you can find here. Sometimes, and not every time. We're going to go back to that, Steve. Don't think I forgot. We're going to go into that Red Sox game specific. But, okay, now we got something here with Jesus Sanchez. And again, you start to look at these plays and where they start to match up. And I think you're going to be in a really good spot. The idea, of course, is overall that you're in a really good spot betting plus EV numbers with market edge over time. However, reminder, we are betting a plus 870 for now, at least, a plus 630 for Jesus Sanchez over on the Marlins game. These are not expected to hit every time, no matter what social media and Twitter tell you. It's just not going to happen every single time. Let's go to Jesus, see what we got. Nothing's wrong here. We don't, and again, like the star indicates, right? Not every day / not there yet. There's movement up and down with this. Not everybody is Matt Mervis or Xavier Edwards on this team, although we're not picking him to hit a home run by any means. Love the shout from JD yesterday about how LA De La Cruz and Nick Castellanos both working for FanDuel. What can you do? Castellanos, what were you thinking betting that home run? Shout out to Eric Wagaman. If you watched the show with Slot, we named him as a good contender right there. Jesus Sanchez is fine, right? The EV is there. The hard hit could be a little bit better. And the launch angle is not fantastic, but it's not brutal. And that's a decent one to build off of there. I'm good with Jesus Sanchez in our spot, all right? So we've got 2 so far that we're working through on FanDuel. This is it. This is the process. You have any questions about what we're doing? You have any questions about how to use these tools? You have any questions about building portfolios? Anything. That's why we're here. This is not just me selfishly building a home run ticket, although that's part of it. Oh, Kyle Stowers, man. I mean, didn't he just pinch hit one last night? Let me see. Notice, right, that we have other books popping up. Not everything is always FanDuel. And with that, there we go. There we go, Steve. See, I knew it was a matter of time that we could look at this game and see, all right, well, is anything going to specifically pop? Now, I think you were looking for a Mariner, though, right? Yeah, Mariner here. So Devers is going to get us edge. Wouldn't it be someone like Cal Raleigh? Like, give us something. Give us something in this game that we can use here, please. Because if we have to move on, then it's unfortunate. But, Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins. I like that. Now, that's on DK too, right? Let's see if we could get something going with this. You know, the problem, I don't mind this game at all, right? I really don't. We'll come back. Trust me. We'll come back to Boston. We're just going where what the tools tell us by all means, right? So let's go to this O's game. They're on the road. Mitchell Parker is not an easy matchup by any means, but we know that we're getting some decent numbers on this. Look, I mean, the hard hit percentage is just not there. Mullins himself, what is he? He's got 6 jacks this year, right? And the numbers wouldn't support the fact, I mean, the ex-WOBA does to an extent, but the hard hit percentage will show you, right? You get the right launch angle. You get the right scenario here. You're hitting the ball. The exit velocity is there. This is a really good spot. Gorilla Trap, love to see you. Appreciate you being here. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you. Okay. I think we got our no sweat in. Cedric Mullins, 7th homer of the year, comes tonight. Maybe it's not even against Mitchell Parker. Bullpen, what have you, but this is a guy who has hit above at least one of his numbers, at least one of his metrics, if you will. So while we have a couple like the no sweat, right, and some specific stuff to baseball that we'll build with the parlay builder coming up, because that's the easiest thing, right? You say, okay, what's the boost? Where's the book? Let's use the parlay builder to build it. You want everything taken care of you ahead of time. You want to use this like an AI prompt. And that's what we're looking at here. Batter props. Go right to that first home run. Cedric Mullins plus 750. 8.6% edge. Just run it. All right? Put as much as you can get down on it. $10 for me is fine, folks. And I'm in. Hopefully you tailed that. Hopefully you put it in as well, because we just showed you that you can do this by taking a player like Cedric Mullins is not as popular or as a longer shot because a lot of people are using metrics. Well, you know, you look at the EV and you look at the whiff rate, things along those lines. I'm looking at the number I'm getting right now. Hey, if Cedric Mullins doesn't hit a home run and you bet it on FanDuel and I bet it on DraftKings, guess what? We both lose. But if Mullins does hit a home run, you bet it on FanDuel at plus 560. I bet it on DraftKings at what, plus 750. Doesn't it seem like you got a bad deal? Doesn't it seem like you probably shouldn't brag about that one? Don't post that one up there. Yeah, Gunnar Henderson looks pretty good too at plus 700. Any buyer's remorse there? I mean, you're worried about the guy going 0 for 4 and hanging 3 Ks. Mitchell Parker might go 7 Ks, and 3 of them can come from Gunnar Henderson. And really, what is he doing at the top outside of a couple of smashes here, right? 2 home runs. This is not a guy that I want to rely on that has shown he can even work with these numbers. And a 9 launch angle? What are we doing? No, 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 no. We're fine. We're fine. We're just trying to identify, but we're not going to take a bad number. We're not going to say, oh, man, Jorge Mateo is a lock, and then look at that and say plus 850. Well, yeah, it should be 971. That doesn't work, okay? So far, we've got 2 working on FanDuel, right? And we haven't bet those yet. We're still looking, still going through, and we've already bet our no sweat. Beautiful stuff, man. So what we have this 50% profit boost that we're going to use. Maybe it's a 2-leg. Let's see what else we get in here. I was curious to see, no lineups and anything. Byron Buxton plus 280. Harrison Bader right there too. Okay. Let's go to Buxton for 280. Tight number there. Especially if we're rolling these in here, they should be at least, right? Because you want to do the same amount per plus the parlay. You're trying to get to 400 here. That's our method. I don't want to jam up. Like Byron Buxton as a solo home run play, go ahead, salute. Go ahead and bet him. That's a good bet right there. So is Harrison Bader. I mean, there's edge there as well. But that's a good bet. The thing with Harrison Bader, though, is it's clearly a longer shot. We'll have to look, and let's just go to this game here, right? We'll go to this Twins game and see exactly. Because, again, you've got this made-up guy, Dean Martin, Davis Martin, whatever the hell his name is, right there at the bottom. But look at that launch angle. Oh, look at that launch angle. You put that launch angle with Alec Boehm, he's probably got a couple dingers already. I mean, look at this. He's got 3 home runs already because of how the launch angle, because of how the ball is leaving the bat. And he doesn't even need to be smashing it. That's what's wild right here. This is a low probability guy to do anything else with the ball, except it looks like a home run or maybe an extra base hit. He is not grinding out. We have to worry about much that I brought up with Gunnar Henderson. This is not a safe one for me. This is not one that I feel pretty comfortable about. There you go. No. The boy's up. The boy's up. He's upstairs. Yeah, pump him out there. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you're looking at. Let me know how we're doing this here. So far, we need 1 more on FanDuel. Come on. 1 more on FanDuel. Dansby Swanson, not terrible at plus 750, but I think we already have a longer shot in there. So we need someone like Sal. Okay. So let's add Sal. We already know that he's got it. We already know that this should be lower than 500. My goodness. Or it's 508, which isn't wild there. I'm a little surprised because you see other books have priced this thing off. Come on. Let's go. Get the parlay up here. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be massive. Probably going to take Dominguez off if we can find somebody in that range. Oh, come on, guys. Here we go. We can. There's Perez. You let me know when you see green because we're moving. We're moving. We got to hit some boosts before we get out of here. But home runs are the big thing today. You know that. Already gave you our NBA play of the day. That's Evan Mobley. That's in here. All right. Come on, guys. We got to need just something green for FanDuel. Otherwise, we just have to go back to the top. All right. Corbin Carroll. I like that one a lot. Slight edge. Well, it's 0.4%. Should be 368. Yeah, it should be 368. We're getting it at 370. Everybody else is below 300. How dare you scoff at that? 370 can work. It's not ideal. We do want something that's at 420. Although, remember, we're going to be limited with our boost here. It's going to be $10 for me. So I can sneak in right now something like Corbin Carroll over Dominguez for sure. All right. Swap in, swap out. Swap in, swap out. Wait for the tool. Come on. Come on. Maybe because I'm recording 2 sides over. That's why. Anything else we can grab here? I think that might be it, folks. We're getting close to the end of the night here on the slip. Yeah, we're already out west. Late night action. It's fine. I like where we are so far. In fact, wait do you see? Ooh, Seager, but he's at 300. See, that's why we needed that number higher, and it worked. All right, look, we're in good shape. Now, you can't go Rooker. You can't go these other guys. We're staying away from the Phillies right now. We're in good shape, okay? I mean, look, you add someone like Rooker to this slip, it may help you, but the reality is that you're taking a ridiculously bad number. So I think what we're going to do here instead is, ooh, and Dominguez is out. Sal is in. Yep, this is it. All right, take a look at this. This is your 3-legger. Brent Rooker is going to be bounced here. Don't worry about this. Let's go to that Arizona game if you haven't put him in there and add Corbin Carroll. It's always nice when we get a good household name like that. And then speaking of which, we are all familiar with Salvador Perez. We'll put him in here. Home start against Feltner. Oh, even better. I love it. And he's at plus 520 for us as well. Okay, the 50% profit boost gets us to 31. Oh, my goodness. 317.59. So as we say, all right, we built this. I'm going to put this out later. We're all going to do this again, right? Quarter unit each. And then you max out whatever you're limited to. If it's 10, 15, 25, what have you, it's 10 for me. $10 to win 31.65. All right. We just need these 3 guys to hit home runs. Pretty simple. Oh, and we gave you the no sweat home run over on DraftKings. We're rolling. All right. Now let's put some boosts to use. That made sense, right? Boosts to use. So we've got an NBA 100 plus or longer, same game parlay plus. And we've got one in the NHL if you want to roll with. I'm going to do the NBA one here for you on the parlay builder. All right. So once this thing goes, there we go. We're going to go right to the parlay builder. It's right here. We know what we need. We need to do FanDuel. We have 3 NBA games. This should not be difficult. All right. Again, you want to jump in. This is the easiest thing you can do. Use code MUG. We're drinking coffee this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern with you. Hopefully you had the right cake cup there for you. I think we can go back to the regular view here, right? Yeah, we're fine now. No, we can't because I'm going to have to remove this thing so you can see the parlays. What a disaster. What a nightmare this is, you know? What a nightmare this is. That's fine. So this is what we have in front of us. I'm going today, and I'm turning on the same game parlay option, right? Although I don't think it has to be. Yeah, it does have to be because they know that's what they want. It has to be a 3-leg same game parlay or same game parlay plus. That's fine. Last thing we do is just make sure that there's no hockey messing with us. All right, so we've got a couple of options here. This is great. Same game parlay is in effect with Rudy Gobert and LeBron James. So right away, you can see Gobert under 10.5 points and LeBron James under 6.5 assists. Go to that one. All right. Go to this Lakers and Wolves game right now and put this in as far as player points. Pretty simple. And you don't even need to worry about alts or anything like that because we're going under. All right. You're going to have to go to the show more for Rudy Gobert under 10.5 points. And then we go to assists. Very simple stuff here, right? You can just do this and then put bet now as well. Under 6.5 assists. There we go. Minus 114. Last thing we need is one more play. All right. One more play is going to be Jaren Jackson. Now, remember, we're running a plus 132 here versus something like under 51.5 PRA. Are the Bucks going to get blown out and embarrassed and humiliated like they were last time in game 2? Probably. Like, I think this has less of a snapback than any other game 2 in which the road team steals one and evens this thing out. Indiana doesn't know any better. They've got this team on the ropes without Damian Lillard. Kyle Kuzma is offensively bad. Like, what is Kyle Kuzma? Why is he if this is an impact player, somebody you are relying on in the playoffs, you're done. Your season is over. So, yeah, I would rather have the plus and be greedy. But in this case, I think it just makes more sense to roll with Giannis, knowing that from at least an assist standpoint. How in the world is this guy going to get over 2 or 3 assists? And then he has to carry the entire squad on his back. And then you have to worry about, oh, man, well, what's going to happen from there if it's a blowout? Here's the best part about it. We're at 596. If you bet this on FanDuel, it's going to be plus 533. But when we add our profit boost, when we add our 30%er, we're at plus 693. Pretty simple. We just used a profit boost to enhance our same game parlay and ensure that we're not taxed by the book. Because every single time you run a same game parlay, you are getting taxed. Every single book, every single time. A profit boost, that's why you get limited on these faster. A profit boost is the best and most effective way to work around the same game parlay tax. Sure, you can argue that betting same game parlays in its own right are foolish, but that's like telling people to stop eating sugar or salt. That's like telling people to stop watching television. That's like telling people to stop texting and driving. It just ain't going to work. And if you don't believe me, look at the advancements of technology inside of a car. Instead of going above and beyond to effectively ban, I don't mean like passing a law, but actually banning texting and driving and going through and having invasive procedures done by the police and others to ensure that nobody is texting and driving because of such a danger. We have essentially taken the phone and made the car the phone. Hands-free driving, hands-free texting, voice to text. You have a dashboard. You have some that look like an iPad, others that look like a TV screen. Some of these Teslas I'm driving by there, you see this dashboard looks like a television screen. Is that effectively removing you away from the distraction that is texting and driving? Or is it just removing the phone and at least you have your hands ideally on the wheel? Same exact concept if you're trying to tell somebody not to bet same game parlays. It's foolish because it's just not going to happen. So we use our boosts. We have one on DraftKings. Let's do it. This one here, though, bet this now if you can. Jump in if you can. See what we got. Cuba, Tatis, Wagaman, Aranda. Wagaman 2 nights in a row would be something. I think Twitter might explode. Right? He can, but he didn't game 1. And that's what I'm saying here, J-Main. Like, he's not washed. He's not cooked. It's not over for him. But you look around him, the biggest concern I have is assists. Where does that change? Guys start hitting shots. Like, Indiana's not just going to lag. And I think the difference is this is not the Nuggets, right? This is not a seasoned playoff team that knows, hey. All right, if we lose one at home, it's a long series. Indiana's got to put their foot down. And I just don't know what's going to happen from Giannis again if you have another wide margin. Like, okay, let's regroup game 3. And, bro, you've seen these, right? These things are insane. Does this look like a society that is moving away from texting while driving? No, it's basically making it easier and safer to do it by doing it on the car phone or the car tablet or the car TV. What do we have on DraftKings? Show me what we have here on DraftKings so we can run this thing. We'll go right back to the top. All right. We're here on DraftKings. We're going to go today. NBA no sweat. All right. 3 legs, same game parlay X plus 100. It is the same exact concept. Same game parlay is in. Leagues are NBA. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to get a 3-legger in here. All right. We're going to fade Santi. And we're going to fade Jaden McDaniels. These 2 are popping nice. And now we just need a game. One more. All right. Is it Desmond Bain or is it Julius Randle? Either one of these are fine. We're going to get a better return with Desmond Bain under 3 threes. No, I'm sorry. 2. Yeah, under 3 threes. There you go. Put it in. Now, if you're following along on the app, if you've already taken advantage of your free week trial with code MUG, then you know you can just hit the Bet Now button, and it's going to bring you right there. This is what we're going to do right now. All right? Memphis under 10.5 points. Let's just go right to it. Oh, man, this is going to be glorious when we smash these parlays. Santi under 10.5 points. Jaden McDaniels. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. And then the last one, of course, you're back to Desmond Bain under 2.5 threes. But again, I want to show you the boost here. So just bear with me as I get to rebounds. I want to show you that when we activate the boost, right? I want to show you how this works. All right. So it's under minus 130 here. And then last, come on, let's go right back to that Memphis game. Because again, we're going to get taxed. And that's the problem here. This should be plus 564. You guess out there. What do you think DraftKings is going to give us back on this? And maybe you've already done this. Maybe you already put this through. We can't even same game parlay it. Come on, folks. Like DraftKings won't even let us. So what are we doing here? We did all of that, and DK won't even let us do it. We got to be better. We really got to be better on this. You know, I don't know if Julius Randle assists is going to work either at this point, but it shouldn't tell us that it's working, right? So let's try and regroup, and let's try and see what's going on here. Okay, Jaden McDaniels. Is that the last one here? No, it's Julius Randle. I'm sorry. Julius Randle under 4.5 assists. That gets us there. Okay, so it's plus 453. We have to add our no sweat. We're taking a hit. Just letting you know. You are taking a hit right now. I'm not betting this. Do we have anything else? I don't have anything else available to us. Oh, see? There's a difference between a no sweat same game parlay. That's why I wanted to show you this. And a boost. No sweat has to be a solo play. I can't do this. I can't take a worse number knowing that this should be plus 483. Can't do it. Won't do it. Do I have anything else worthwhile here on DraftKings, or are we just going to say goodbye? But do you understand why we're not doing this? Because we're not going to force it. We're not going to force a bad number. I do have a profit boost here. This has to be 4 legs. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this has to be 4 legs. Bear with me here. Now we're going to make this thing work. I doubt Damian Lillard is going to be available, but we'll see. Let's add Dante in here. Dante DiVincenzo. This is it. Okay, now we've got a boost. Now we've got something, folks. Let's go back to that Minnesota game and go to points. A lot of unders here. There's always that concern that they won't let you put these things together. Show me. Yes, we're in. Now, you tell me what you think this is. It's plus 970 officially. What is DraftKings charging us right now, you think? You take a guess. Just take a guess out there, because I'm going to add 20% to this and make sure we clear it. It's $8.99. $8.99. All I can put down, by the way, is $8.99 on a plus 1079. We just moved this to plus 1079 for you. That's why you do it. It was 970. DraftKings was charging us plus 899. I boosted it to now plus 1079. You're good. You're good. Look, I can do this for you all day. I can sit here Monday through Friday for a half hour or so and do it for you all day. I'd rather start you off on your own journey. Mug is how you get in. You get a free week. Hit me up on Twitter at ShanderBets. It's simple. It's easy. I'll walk you through everything. I've got time. I would rather you be a success story than somebody who gets frustrated and says, screw this shit, I'm out of here. That's why I want to show you how we work this thing. That's why we build parlays. That's why we go through this. All right? That thing at the bottom is killing me, Joey. I don't know what we're going to do here. We need something at the top, I guess. Awesome. No sweat on DK. No sweat on FanDuel, both for the NBA. We used our 50% profit boost on a 3-leg home run parlay that we also bet solo, and we gave you a no sweat dinger over at DraftKings. Appreciate you big time. at Shander Bets. Easiest way to get